I was a January recruit because in South Africa, your academic year goes from January till December. And then I didn't want to wait like 8 months before I started college, and Trinity really wonderfully allowed me to come in January. So I was thrown right into it. I'd never seen snow. It was my first time. I think it snowed like the second day I arrived. I ran outside, had all my friends take photos of me. I was that girl. And obviously being in a new country was overwhelming. First time really away from home for that long. I was being recruited to be that 7, 8, 9 and a really solid 7, 8, 9. I was not being recruited to be the number 1, 2, or 3. And I just wanted to do the best I possibly could. And I was so afraid that wasn't going to happen. I was so nervous. I had no idea where I was going to fit in on the ladder. And I was really afraid that I wasn't going to meet expectations. So I just stepped in. I think I had practice maybe 2 or 3 times with the girls on the team. And that weekend I played my first match. And I could not stop shaking. I was so afraid. I didn't know what was going to happen. And it's like, I never want to do this again. I suffered a lot from performance anxiety. I don't think I ever overcame it, to be perfectly honest, which was detrimental, I think, to my overall performance. I fell out of love for the game a little bit when I was in college and had to work really hard to get it back. I had gotten into like live emceeing at Trinity, where I would be like the announcer for baseball games, soccer games. Now I work for US Squash, where I am the lead commentator along with Richard Millman. For some reason, performance anxiety doesn't set in when I'm up on a stage or I'm up on a court emceeing or commentating. I mean, I do get nervous, no doubt about it. And I think the thrill of that is so exciting to me. I majored in theater in college. And I think just the idea, and for me, like the process of potentially like becoming someone else when you're on stage is something that I've now translated into the emceeing as well. I just like turn into a different person, and I sort of forget that people are looking at me, Chanel, as like just the person that's off court that everyone knows. And I'm sort of like, I'm in a role, you know, like my role is the MC of this event. My role is to include people and make them feel like they're a part of this experience, not just from their seats, but like they're actually on the court with me. And so I feel like I put on a different role when I'm doing emceeing, whereas when I'm playing squash, I feel like it's just me. Like there's like all the layers have been stripped down. It's just me. And I think that I have a hard time. I don't think I ever got over the anxiety side of things, but I think I did a good job of balancing it. Once I found visualization and meditation, I certainly became a lot calmer stepping into a match. And then it was just a matter of how well I was going to be able to control that within a match. A lot of credit to Randy Lee, who spent a lot of time working with me. He was one of our assistant coaches who was also a psychologist. I became really close with him, and I would see him pretty much on a weekly basis, where I would just go to his office. I would have somewhat of a counseling session with him, just talk through anything and everything that was happening in my life. And he introduced me to visualization and a little bit of meditation as well. And so trying to incorporate that into my routine was really helpful, especially as I was preparing for those bigger matches, building that outer layer and that shell. And it has been a really good thing for me to learn how to do. I do care what others think of me, and I always want to do the best job I possibly can. But I've learned that you can't please everyone, and some people are going to find fault in absolutely everything that you do. I have no regrets, and I think the decisions I made, you know, it allowed me to get to Trinity. It allowed me to have a pretty okay college career, and squash wise, I probably could have done so much better, but maybe not. Who knows? You play the game because you absolutely love it, and it's hard work. You played because you wanted to play. I do think I have gotten better because of the commentating that I've been doing. Preparation is everything. It's all about confidence, developing confidence, playing better. When you're preparing for a tournament or when you're getting ready for practice, that routine pretty much stays the same, and you're getting yourself mentally, physically in the right mindset to compete. And I do a similar thing like that for my commentating and emceeing. You play the game because you absolutely love it. That is the deep-rooted love for the game. You played because you wanted to play. I don't think I ever got over the anxiety side of things, but I think I did a good job of balancing it.